Okay, just saw Deadpool. Got out of the theater about, give or take, 30 to 35 minutes ago. Quick and dirty thoughts on it here. Overall, I liked the film. I thought it was pretty good. Admittedly, I am not a big Deadpool guy. That character really works good in short bursts for me. I'm not like some big sustained Deadpool fan the way a lot of the others are. Excuse me. Sorry, it got interrupted by the cat there. Anyway, like I said, I'm not a huge Deadpool fan like some people really are. The character works best in short bursts for me. I know I just said that. But Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool was good. I liked him in X-Men Origins Wolverine. And yes, I actually liked X-Men Origins Wolverine and X3. So sue me. They're not that bad. Anyway, Monica Baccarin, God damn it. Sorry. Yeah. What's her name from Firefly in V? She's okay. Kind of stock. I liked Colossus and... Okay, what was it? It was a Negamind Teenage Warhead. I liked her too. And I liked in the opening credits to the film, they just refer to them as like the comic relief, the stock superhero, the moody teenage girl, the love interest, directed by some moron. That was funny. I also liked one of the hench people that Deadpool takes out in that opening montage. He had a latte cup, and the latte cup was marked to a Rob L. Nice little nod there to Rob Liefeld. Anyway, sorry. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, good. Colossus was funny. You know, just being the goody two-shoes the whole time. That was really good. You know, a lot of the in-jokes in there, too. Like, there was actually a Green Lantern reference as well. There was a joke about how the only way the Deadpool movie could get made is if Deadpool performed an act for Wolverine, if you catch my drift. It is very R-rated. There's there's some nudity. Yeah, there's quite a bit of sex, a lot of swear words, a lot of violence, and obviously when you see the way Deadpool becomes his scarred self, yeah, there's a lot of that's pretty graphic at times too. Let me think. Excuse me. Okay, negatives on the film. I know this was a smaller budgeted movie, and boy, does it show that's a smaller budgeted movie. You get like a few stock shots of the X-Mansion, and like I said, really the only two X-Men members that appear are Colossus and Teenage Warhead. And that's kind of it. Really the film only seems to take place about 4 or 5 different locations. That whole opening montage kill scene, that basically extends itself for about the first, I want to say 30 minutes of the movie, not including the flashbacks. I mean, it's all in that one spot, really. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of that, and the flashbacks themselves, they're not necessarily bad. They are slow at times. I mean, there's a lot of, okay, we get it, he's being experimented on, okay, we get it. It's like, you didn't need to hammer that home. The villain, Francis, or Ajax, he was just kind of one note, and like, wasn't entirely sure what exactly his abilities were. Like, something about his reflexes, but then another time he didn't seem to have any problem picking a guy up with relative ease. Like I said, it was really ill-defined. He was pretty bland. His sidekick, Angel, played by Gina Carano, again, pretty one-note. She had a match in her to show how tough she is. I got a match in my teeth, and I'm really strong, and I can hold someone down, and like, it seemed the whole match thing was just to serve a purpose, which, yeah, shock of shocks, it did. Yeah. Other than that, though, let's see, was there any other negative parts? again, there's a couple of jokes that are just kind of run into the ground a little bit. At one point, Deadpool is living with a blind woman that he met in a laundromat and who gave him advice on cleaning blood out of his clothes. And, like, that was funny at first, and then it's, again, like, okay, kind of running it into the ground here. Which, in a way, is kind of Deadpool in a nutshell. And starts out funny with me personally. It starts out really funny, and then it kind of gets a little tiresome. They didn't deal too much with Wade Wilson's insanity at all either. I mean, there's a couple of scenes where it's like little animated creatures are popping up, but he doesn't really do the whole voices in the head or anything of that nature. Likewise, there's not a lot of references to his Mexican food love, in particular chimichangas. There's one reference to chimichangas in the whole film, and that's kind of a drawback too. But overall, great action sequences. They managed to build it up pretty well, through those pretty well. That helped maintain the film. The constant winking of the camera really worked pretty well. That's, again, like Colossus being the goody two-shoes and just kind of running that joke into the ground. They're not really running into the ground. That ran pretty well throughout the film. Nega Mind Teenage Warhead. There we go. She, like I said, she was funny because, again, it was the whole joke of she's a moody teenager. She's either going to say something really sarcastic or she's just not going to say anything. And it's like pointing that all out. I liked one of the scenes is Colossus breaks up Deadpool and Francis. And Deadpool gets angry. He starts punching Colossus and it keeps breaking as it gets to the point everything's broken. It's like... that was pretty funny. Let's see. So, yeah. Overall, I'd give it a solid B. I think that's a pretty good grade for this. You know, if you just go in with very tempered expectations, expecting to see a kind of wacky action film, you're going to get what you want. Okay, trailers. Just a sec here. Okay, the trailers. We have The Witch. A lot of horror movies for this. Like I said, The Witch, horror movie that's coming out in like a couple of weeks. Pre-colonial, a witch. It really, that kind of sums everything up. After that, we have 999, the police crime thriller that with the guy who played the Falcon and a couple other guys whose names escape me. Oh, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I like him too, but not really piquing my interest. Batman Superman Dawn of Justice. Again, not surprising. That thing comes out in like a month. Likewise, 10 Cloverfield Lane, or as I have in my notes because I ran out of characters for this memo part, 10 Cloverfeet. I'm going to actually try to see that one, and obviously I'll see Batman Superman as well. I actually liked the first Cloverfield movie. I know, again, a lot of people really didn't. I found it to be a perfectly fine movie once you got by the hype. Brothers Grimsby, the next Sacha Baron Cohen movie. Sacha Baron Cohen, take it or leave it. And last but not least, we have Other Side of the Door, which is it's hard to describe. Young boy gets killed on vacation in a foreign country. I think it's supposed to be South America. And his mother is distraught. And then this Indian woman, and when I say Indian, I mean woman from like India, she's like Hindu, tells her about this temple that she can go to, and you know, she'll be allowed to briefly contact her there as long as she doesn't open the door. And shock of shocks, she opens the door. And hilarity ensues after that. Again, pretty forgettable looking trailer. It's February, so yeah. I mean, Batman v Superman coming out in March and 10 Cloverfield Lane coming out in March. Those are a little surprising. Generally, you don't put your big releases on there. Likewise, trailer omitted. No X-Men Days of Future... not X-Men Days of Future Pat. That would be surprising considering that movie's been out for a couple of years. X-Men Apocalypse, I meant to say. There's no X-Men Apocalypse trailer with mine. Yeah. I haven't seen Days of Future Past yet, so I don't know if I'll see that just yet. But, again, sometimes, especially with the late July, early August movies, time and money don't always coincide with me pretty well in those scenarios. Likewise, movies that come out in holidays. That's why I haven't seen, like, the Peanuts movie. I didn't see Star Wars Episode 7. I didn't see Thor 2, The Dark World, when that was out. And, I'm trying to think, is Doctor Strange coming out this winter? I can't remember. Okay, alright, I'll wrap things up just a bit here. Just one more note, concerning the whimsical adventures of Great Aunt Peggy. Yes, I am aware that Haley Atwell got cast in another pilot, and so it doesn't look like there might be a season 3, even if ABC gives the green light to it, or maybe there will be. One, you do need to take these things with a grain of salt. Pilots do not always get picked up. She got cast in a pilot, not a series yet. So there might be a season 3 of Agent Carter reviews, if there's a season 3 of Agent Carter. We don't really know yet. Ratings aren't spectacular, but ratings are down on everything. The Nielsen ratings are getting to be a real misnomer in terms of stuff like that. Because everyone watches on demand, or they Hulu, or Amazon, or iTunes, or ABC.com. You can even do that through. So, yeah, make of that what you will. The one thing that does concern me is apparently ABC has greenlit the Mockingbird Agent Hunter spin-off for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or at least they're interested in re-greenlining it. They weren't interested last year. Maybe it's sparked their interest this year. I wouldn't be surprised if that maybe replaces Agent Carter and becomes the winter break show, for lack of a better term. Don't know if I'll review every episode of that, but I'll at least review the first one for you, okay? Alright. Next video after this will be the WWE Fastlane review. See you all then.